Hello, back again for some more League One predictions. So this is the third division at England. We are doing matchday predictions for. We've got some midweek matches here, so it's all action stations for some of these lower divisions. So what we do first, look back at week number 13's games and see how we got on with our predictions. We also had Finn and Luke. They got involved and made his picks. So we'll see how he got on his one too. Starting off with Jillian and Charlton. They played at sort of a 1-1 draw. Had Amps going a penalty kick there for Gillingham. And then Charlton equalising with Aniki in the 82nd minute. 13 shots apiece. We had 7-5 on target for Charlton. Doncaster Rovers and Sunderland, a 1-1 draw in the end. Lead bitter for Sunderland. And then we had Oaken Behe, a 93rd minute dramatic equaliser to give Doncaster a share of points. 14-6 shots for Sunderland and 5-2 on target as they continue to still struggle. Their 8th place in the table. It's not going to be their time once again. Fleetwood, another destroying victory. This time they got themselves a 5-1 win against Plymouth Argyle after, was it like a 4-1 victory the following week there? So they're doing some sort of business. Finley, Cats with 2 goals. Burns and Mulgrew scoring the goals this time around. For Plymouth, Jepcott was the only highlight for them, getting a very late consolation goal. And then Cavan got sent off in stoppage time to really nut to the misery. 16-10 shots for Fleetwood and 11-2 on target. Portsmouth, also comfortable winners. 4-1 winners against Crewe Alexandra. Ryan Curtis with a couple of goals. Naylor scoring, getting on the score sheet. 13-12 shots for Crewe, and we had 7-3 on target for Pompey, Portsmouth team. Accrington Stanley and Lincoln City, 0-0 star-mates. Biggest talking point in this game was Mick Conville's 71st minute red card. Accrington Stanley shaded the shots attempts with 11-10, and there were 3 on target each. Next up, AFC Wimbledon won their winners against Rochdale, with Quizlet scoring a 92nd minute dramatic stoppage time winner. So that really helps them out a bit, doesn't it? 9-8 shots for Wimbledon and 3-1 on target there. Oxford United, they managed to finally get back to winning ways. A bit of a bogey match against Wigan, but they came through with a 2-1 win, with Taylor and Henry scoring the goals there, all second half goals, with Astegard in the 89th minute to give Wigan late hope, but nothing in the end. 18-7 shots for Oxford and 8-1 on target. Northampton Town 3-1 winners against Burton Albion. Smith with a couple goals, and there was also Lyons. For Burton, stoppage time consolation goal, a penalty kick from Atkins to deny Northampton's clean sheet. 11-6 shots for Northampton and 6-2 on target. Ipswich Town 2-1 winners against Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury took the leads with Norburn, but then Bance Landell's 75th minute home goal, and then had Leinster in the 97th minute to win this match extremely late on. 14-5 shots for Ipswich and 5-3 on target. Next up, Blackpool, they defeated Peterborough 2-1 with Yates and also Madine managing to win it. Later on, Peterborough thought they managed to get something out of this game with Kent in the 84th minute, but not to be. 10-9 shots for Blackpool and 6-2 on target there. Swindon Town won their winners against Bristol Rovers with Pitman scoring the match winner in the 76th minute. 12-9 shots for Swindon and 3-1 on target. And finally, we had Hull City 3-1 against MK Dons with McGuinness with 2 goals for Hull City and also Scott on the score sheet there. Walker equalised at the time for MK Dons early on in this match, but not to be in the end. 12-8 shots for MK Dons and 4 on favourite for both sides. So here we are to match number 14, but how did we get on with last time's predictions? I can say Finn and Luke absolutely smashed it with 18.5 points, but unfortunately it's not going to count for him because he was a few hours late to post his predictions in the comment section there. So very, very unfortunate. So try to make sure that you get these predictions in within the next day or two there before these games kick off. And you'll get back on the leaderboard currently in third place. So try to make that more of a quick hold position. So I managed to get the likes of Northampton, Fleetwood, Ipswich, Hull City, Portsmouth, Wimbledon, Swindon and Oxford all to win their games there. So 8 matches. But was that truthful or did he do a bit of shady business? Because of course he already had the knowledge of the results before we posted it. But yeah, the rules are the rules. So yeah, unfortunate for you there. So for myself, I got 11.9 with the likes of Swindon, Northampton, Fleetwood, and Portsmouth wins, and also Doncaster and Sunderland to draw. Meanwhile, for the Football Simulator, 8.02 with Fleetwood, Ipswich, Hull City, and Portsmouth to win their games. So the overall leaderboard sees the Football Simulator on top with 123.7. Got myself in second, 97.21. We got Finn and Luke in third with 12.85. Cavan Wright is in fourth with 6.87, and Blake Wine in fifth with 3.72. So match number 14, let's go for the Hetty records and odds and scoreline predictions, and looking at the table and all that sort of jazz. So first up, we'll take a look at Gillingham taking on Wimbledon. So we got 6 wins for Wimbledon, 2 wins for Gillingham, and 4 draws. Wimbledon 3 wins in the past 4 games. Odds for this match, Gillingham are the favourites at $2.30, $3.20 for the draw, and $2.88 for Wimbledon. On the table, Gillingham are in 15th with 4 wins, 2 draws, and 6 defeats. Meanwhile, for Wimbledon, 4 wins, 5 draws, and 3 defeats there. So these are 3 points above Wimbledon are over Gillingham. For this game here, I've gone for Wimbledon to come through 2-1 winners. Football Simulator is going to go with Gillingham to smash it with a 5-1 victory. Next game is Accrington Stanley taking on Crewe Alexandra. Head-to-head record for this match has seen 7 wins for Crewe, 6 wins for Accrington, and 1 draw. Accrington Stanley 4 wins in the past 5 games. Odds for this game was basically deadlocked with $2.60 for Accrington, $3.20 for the draw, and $2.50 for Crewe. On the table, Accrington Stanley, they come into this in 9th with 6 wins, 1 draw, and 3 defeats. Meanwhile, for Crewe Alexandra, 13th position, 5 wins, 1 draw, and 7 defeats for themselves there. 2 wins for them in the past 5 games. For Crewe, compared to Accrington Stanley, who have got impressive 3 wins and a draw in their past 5 games. So I'm going to go for Accrington Stanley 2-0 winners. The Football Simulator is going to go for Accrington Stanley 4-1 victory. Next game is Burton Albion taking on Charlton. So we've got 3 wins out of 3 games for Charlton in 1956 match, as well as the 2018-2019 seasons. Also this game, Burton Albion at time $3.30, $3.30 for the draw, and $2 for Charlton. Burton Albion, they are bottom of League One as things stand there, just the 1 victory all season, along with 4 draws and 8 defeats, so just the 7 points for themselves. Meanwhile, for Charlton, things are much better, and 5th with 7 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats, with an impressive 4 wins and a draw in the past 5 games as well too. So things are all looking up there for Charlton, and things are all looking down for Burton Albion. So I've got to go for Charlton to get another victory here with a 2-1 win. The Football Simulator is going to go Charlton 2-0 winners in the end. Next game is Doncaster taking on Blackpool. ET record, we got Blackpool with 28 wins, 12 wins for Doncaster and 14 draws. 2 wins each and 2 draws in the past 6 games. 210 for Doncaster, 325 for the draw, 330 for Blackpool. On the table, Doncaster in 11th, 5 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats. Meanwhile for Blackpool in 14th, 5 wins, 1 draw and 6 defeats for themselves. So Blackpool got 4 wins in the past 5 games compared to Doncaster's 1 win and 2 draws. I'm going to go with Blackpool to get the 3 points here with a 3-1 victory. The Football Simulator can't decide and has decided to go for a 0-0 draw. Next game, we've got a big crunch match here between Ipswich Town and Hull City, first against third. So head-to-head record for this match, we've got 18 wins for Hull City, 8 wins for Ipswich and 11 draws. Hull City with an impressive 10 wins and 3 draws in the past 13 games. So it's been a very long time in the making there for Ipswich to get the victory. Odds for this match, 270 for Ipswich, 330 for the draw, 240 for Hull City. Hull City currently top of the table with 9 wins and 3 defeats, yet to draw a match this season. And the only other side that have done that is Oxford. So 3 wins and 2 defeats in the past 5 games compared to Ipswich, who is in third, as mentioned, with 8 wins, 1 draw and 3 defeats, getting 3 wins in the past 5 games themselves as well. But got to go for Hull City to get the 3 points here. 10 wins out of 13. I mean, that just sort of makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm going to go with Hull City 2-0 win. The Football Simulator is going to go with a 4-1 victory to Hull City. Next match is MK Dons as they take on Shrewsbury. 7 wins for the Dons, 3 wins for the Shrews, and 6 draws. MK Dons 5 wins and 3 draws in the past 8 games. Odds for this match, MK Dons big favourites at $1.91, 330 for the draw, 360 for Shrewsbury. MK Dons, they are in 17th, 3 wins, 4 draws and 6 defeats. Meanwhile for the Shrews, currently in 22nd with 1 win, 5 draws and 6 defeats. The winners past 5 games. Meanwhile, MK Dons 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 matches. So this match here, I'm going to go with MK Dons to edge this game with a 2-1 scoreline. Football Simulator is going to go with their 1-0 scoreline. So similar ideas. Next match sees Peterborough as they take on Plymouth. $1.72 for Peterborough, $3.60 for the draw, and $4.20 for Plymouth. Head-to-head records, we have 16 wins for Peterborough, 14 wins for Plymouth, and 5 draws. Peterborough 5 wins in the past 7 games. On the table, Peterborough are in second, 8 wins, 1 draw, and 4 defeats. Meanwhile for Plymouth, 5 wins, 4 draws, and 3 defeats. So they do have a game in hand, got themselves 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 games. Peterborough 2 wins and a draw for themselves in the past 5 matches. Can't see by the 2 sides here, decided to go for a 2-2 draw. The Football Simulator has gone bonkers with a 6-3 win for Peterborough, in fact. Wow, 9 goals. Imagine if that comes through, that'll be worth talking about in a separate video, eh? Next game is Portsmouth as they take on Oxford. Head-to-head record got 25 wins for Portsmouth, 23 wins for Oxford, and 20 draws. Oxford 2 wins and 3 draws in the past 5 matches. Portsmouth coming to this 4th on the table with 7 wins, 3 draws, and 3 defeats. Meanwhile for Oxford, all the way down in 19th spot, 4 wins and 7 defeats. Portsmouth are the favourites at home at $1.83, $3.50 for the draw, $3.75 for Oxford. Yeah, 2 wins in the past 5 matches for Oxford. Meanwhile for Portsmouth, 3 wins and a draw. Going to go with Portsmouth despite the bad record they have against Oxford. It just seems like their season to shine. So I'm going to go with Portsmouth 3-1 winners. The Football Simulator is going to go with a 2-0 win for Pompey or Portsmouth. Next game is Rochdale taking on Northampton. Head-to-head record, we have got 21 wins for Rochdale, 20 wins for Northampton with 22 draws. Rochdale 5 wins and 3 draws in the past 8 games. Yeah, so Northampton 210, 225 Rochdale, 340 for the draw. So pretty similar on the odds on the table. We're Rochdale in 20th, with 3 wins, 3 draws, and 6 defeats. Meanwhile, for Northampton, they're in 16th, 4 wins, 2 draws, and 7 defeats. Good 2 points above Rochdale on the table. Yeah, it's a difficult match to call. That's why I've decided to go for a 1-1 draw. The Football Simulator is going to go Rochdale 3-2 winners. Next game sees Wigan Athletic take on Bristol Rovers. Head-to-head record, we got 10 wins each and 6 draws. Wigan Athletic 3 wins and 4 draws in the past 7 games. On the table, Wigan Athletic come into this in 23rd with 2 wins, 1 draw, and 9 defeats. Meanwhile, for Bristol Rovers in 21st position, 3 wins, 3 draws, and 6 defeats. 5 points clear of Wigan Athletic, despite them being so low down on the table. Both winless in the past 5 games, and in fact, only picked up 1 draw each in the past 5. So, not good for both sides, is it? So, I've gone for Wigan Athletic to each this game, get themselves a crucial victory, try and keep themselves alive this season with a 1-0 win. And once again, the Football Simulator has gone bonkers and went big for Wigan Athletic last time round, ended up losing. But a 6-1 win yet again for Wigan Athletic. So second time lucky for that scoreline prediction for Wigan Athletic. Unlikely. I don't think so. Next game, we have Swindon taking on Lincoln City. So the head-to-head record for this particular match sees 9 wins for Swindon, 5 wins for Lincoln, and 6 draws. Lincoln City 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 6 games. $2.10 for Lincoln City away from home, $3 for Swindon, and $3.40 for the draw. Swindon Town 18th on the table, 4 wins, 1 draw, and 7 defeats. Meanwhile, for Lincoln, they are in 6th, 7 wins, 2 draws, and 3 defeats. 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw past 5 games, compared to Swindon, who are in 18th. Yeah, 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw. So 50-50, isn't it? Both got the same sort of form going, despite Lincoln City being much higher up on the table. I've gone for Lincoln City, though, to get the win here with a 2-0 win. Football Simulator has decided to go with a 1-1 draw. And then we've got a couple of bonus matches coming up on Sunday, since the other no other teams are in action after that until midweek next week, I believe. So we've got Oxford against Swindon and also Ipswich against Charlton. These games we don't have any odds for. I'll go through the head-to-head records, and hopefully I do get there on time and get the odds for these matches before they take place, so they can correctly give you the right points for the leaderboard system. So Oxford against Swindon, we've got 24 wins for Swindon, 16 wins for Oxford, and 20 draws. Oxford with 7 wins and a draw in the past 8 games. And yeah, I did sort of mention where they are on the tables. This is the second match that's coming up later on. So originally I went for Oxford to lose. Yeah, to lose against Portsmouth originally. And for Swindon, I went for them to lose against Lincoln City in their what would be earlier match. So I'm going to go for Oxford to get the 3 points this time round with a 3-2 entertaining victory. The Football Simulator with a 2-1 win for Oxford. And the other game, Ipswich against Charlton. Ipswich, what did I do for them in the first match coming up in a couple of days' time? I've gone for them to lose against Hull City. Yeah, so that was a bit of a tough ask, top of the table clash. And for Charlton Athletic, I've gone for them to beat Burton Albion, who are struggling in the table. So I think Ipswich will bounce back. So a difficult ask against Hull City with a 3-0 win against Charlton. Meanwhile, the Football Simulator is going to go off Ipswich Town 2-0 winners. So that concludes matchday number 14's predictions at in Sky Bet League 1. Feel free to get involved with your own thoughts, predictions down below, like myself, like the Football Simulator, like Finn and Luke. And until next time, thumbs up and subscribe. We've got some more predictions coming on later on. If you're watching this live stream there, got the League 2 predictions. And then I suppose tomorrow we've got to do the Scottish Premiership and also the Van National League games before they get underway. Rapid fire stuff. There might be a few other leagues that also got midweek games, so I need to quickly check on that and get there in time for you guys to enjoy. So stay tuned for that. Cheers.